Hi there, so today's workout is row like golf. Now I know what you're thinking, golf isn't exactly renowned as a super energetic sport that will leave you lying on the ground at the end heaving for air. You get a good walk out of it, but maybe not a real anaerobic workout. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the idea of a golf round to try and give us a nice low intensity row with a little bit of variation. So what we're going to do is we're going to row at a nice low intensity for 30 seconds, but then after that 30 seconds we're going to take power strokes depending on what par our hole is, okay? So if it's a par 4, we will go 30 seconds 1 power stroke, 30 seconds 1 power stroke, and then 30 seconds later it's going to take us 2 putts to get the ball in the hole, and that makes our par 4 2 power strokes. Do you get me? So par 5 would be 1 1 3. Par 3 would just be 1 1 1. Okay, I'll keep you right. It's a little bit complicated, but it's not really. It's just lots of fun, and I'll keep you right as we're going through the row anyway. All right. So let's get started with a 4-minute warm-up, and before we can do that we have to set up our machines. Now in a Concept 2 that means heading straight to the front and setting your drag factor to where you want it to be. If you don't know about drag factor, do check out the video I have on this channel. As a ballpark, set it somewhere between 120 and 130 if you don't know what to do. If you don't know what drag factor is, do check that video. If you're not on a Concept 2, please just set the resistance to a point where you get a nice feel of the connection of the stroke, but you don't have to heave against it and pull and against it, okay? Next up, if you can, set your monitor to eye height. Not everybody can. And finally, if you can adjust your foot stretcher height, get it to a point where you're able to come into the front of the stroke here with your shins pointing straight vertically, okay? If you're set too high, you might not quite be able to get there. If you're set too low, you might go scooting straight past, heels up, lots of power leak and potential hyperextension of your lower back, which we don't want. All right, so this 4-minute warm-up, we're just going to start at just an intensity of pushing with your legs and connecting to your hands. So not too intense, okay? I just want that connection first for the first minute, and then we'll look to add in a bit of intensity. Here we go then. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So really this is like a body weight squat, as though you're just standing up. You're just pushing your legs into the machine and working on the timing of that push into the foot plates, and when your hands connect to the handle, to the flywheel or whatever you have on your machine, because you want to be able to push your feet and connect your hands to the flywheel at exactly the same time in order to get the most efficient power into the machine. If you push too soon, for instance, push, my backside goes scooting, push, all the way back, and none of that power goes into the machine. So once you've got that timing closer, if not sorted, start to think about pushing in with a little bit more effort from your legs. If you know your 2K training pace, take this up to around about 2K plus 20. If you don't know your 2K training pace, then it may be time to row a 2 kilometer time trial, because that's how you find it. You row a 2K time trial, divide the resulting time by 4, and that gives you the average time to row 500 meters in that time trial. And if you have a Concept 2 or a machine that shows you your speed as your current 500 meter split time, then your 2K time is like 2:10 or something like that if you rowed it in 8:40. And then when I tell you to go 2K plus 20, you'd row it 2 minutes 30 seconds. Take one foot out, put it on the ground, continue rowing. I know I garbled my way through that just then. If you row a 2K in 8 minutes 40, divide that by 4, that gives you the average time to row 500 meters is 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So when I say row at 2K plus 20, you'd row it at 2 minutes 30 seconds pace per 500 meters. Swap feet, continue rowing with the other leg in. Now, I know I garbled all of that. So once you're done with today's row, if you want to read in the description to this video, underneath the timestamps and things, there's a section that tells you in a lot better, written, how to work out your 2K training pace. Okay, both feet in, legs straight, row with your arms and back. So you swing over your hips to pick up the flywheel, and then you pull in your arms, okay? So get that feeling of initially taking up the weight of the flywheel with your back first, and then adding in your arm pull, and then get those arms away and swing back over your hips. Let's roll into the front with the arms straight and a forward tilt, and just push out with your legs. Ideally, you want to hold that forward tilt and straight arms as you push out from the front with your legs, okay? So this is why we're doing it without the arm finish. We don't want to recoil. Just hold this position so you can get used to driving out the front with arms straight and the forward lean. If I can do one more. Whoa, right on 0. Right, now I'm going to load in the session that I've programmed into Ergzone, which is called RowAlong Like Golf, imaginatively. Now it's just in as a 30-minute row. There we go. And the splits are set to 1 minute because if I divide a 30-minute row into 30-second chunks, unfortunately that then gives you 60 splits, 60 kind of intervals, if you want to call them that, or splits. And the Concept 2 monitor doesn't let you do that. So I've set it all to 1 minute. But what we're going to do, well, I'm going to have a quick drink first. Recommend you have one too. Hang on. We're going to do 1 minute, steady pace, okay? And then, so this is us walking out to the first tee, is that first 1 minute. And then we're going to start going into our course. And then as long as I've done my maths right, 18 holes, if it's like 3 times these 30 seconds, it should take us 27 minutes to get around the course, which will then leave us with 2 minutes at the end, and that's going to be us walking back to the clubhouse, steady pace again, okay? There's a chance I've done my maths wrong, in which case, I'll apologise at the end, but hopefully this will work. So we do 1 minute, a steady pace. Now I'm going to suggest that we do this at 20 strokes per minute and at 2K plus 18 pace. If you don't know your 2K training pace, then think of it around about 5 or 6 out of 10 from an effort point of view, where 1 is sitting on the couch and 10 is eye-bulgingly fast, okay? So this is like maybe walking up the stairs. Your breathing will be a little bit heavier, your heart rate will be going up, but you're not going to feel tired. You should still be able to have a conversation and things for the majority of this row. And then those power strokes are about pushing hard for that 1 stroke or 3 strokes, however many you have at the time, okay? So you push hard with your legs, all right? I will keep you right as we go through this. I've got a board over here with all the par numbers for the TPC Sawgrass course, which I'm a great fan of because the 17th hole is amazing. I don't play golf, but the 17th hole of Sawgrass is amazing. It's an island in the middle of a lake. It's great. Anyway, enough yabbering, more rowing. So here we go then. So 1 minute steady first, and then we'll get into our round of golf. We'll do this at 20 strokes a minute, 2K plus 18, or 6 out of 10-ish effort level. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. I bet you thought I'd never get started with today's row. That's the downside to these kind of wacky formats, like Row Like Golf and stuff, is I have to explain in quite some detail what it is that we're going to be doing. So thank you for putting up with me. Hopefully you didn't get too fed up. Just sitting there going, will you get on with it, mate? I've got some rowing to do. So in just under 30 seconds time, we will take our tee shot on the first hole, which is a par 4. So we start off with 1 power stroke, and that is our tee shot. That's coming up in 3 strokes time. 3, 2, 1. So here we go. Big old push with the legs. You should really hear your machine accelerate for that 1 stroke. And then you return back down to 20 strokes a minute, 2K plus 18 pace. And then in 2 more strokes time, 1 more, we're going to do another power stroke. Here we go. And back to 20 strokes a minute. So the fact these are happening every 30 seconds, I'm hoping time's going to fly by. Okay, so we've got 2 putts to sink the ball, which means 2 power strokes. You ready? After this one, 2 power strokes. So 1, 2, and that's us. First hole done. Next hole is a par 5. So do the same again. Tee shot, fairway, but 3 putts this time. So in 2, 1. Here we go. 1 single stroke. Nice tee shot, straight down the middle of the fairway. Remember, your power needs to come from your legs, okay? Forward tilt over your hips, good posture, straight arms, push with the legs. 3, 2, 1. Remember, 1 power stroke here. Nice fairway drive. Gets us just on the outside of the green. We're going to need 3 putts to make par. So next one is 3 power strokes. 3, 2, 1. Here we go now. So 3, 2, a little chip in. 1. Well done. And the next tee is quite close to the second hole. So it's a par 3 starting in 3 strokes. So again, just a tee shot, 1 stroke after this one. Here we go. Power. Well done. Now remember, hold that forward lean and your arms straight as you're doing these power strokes until at least halfway through your leg drive. And that puts the power through. 2, 1, 1 more. Here, just 1. Well done. You got nice close to the hole. So the next one is just 1 power stroke. Sink the ball. I mean, I think this is a fun way to incorporate power strokes. 1 more. Here we go. Power stroke. Well done. On to the 4th hole. This is another par 4. We get a run of par 4s coming up. So remember, that's 1, 1, 2 for how we play this hole. 2, 1. Here we go with our first power stroke. And do put in that power. Ideally, you want to see your pace jump by, I don't know, between 5 and 8 seconds. You're still holding 20 strokes a minute. You're just putting in more power. Okay, 2, 1, another single power stroke. There you go. Then you've got 2 putts coming up. But on this golf course, you have to take power putts because you're so far away from the hole or something. High gravity. 2, 1. Remember, 2 putts, 2 power strokes. 1, 2. There we go. Par 4 coming up next. It's the same thing again, where we take 1 tee shot, 1 fairway, 2 putts. 2, 1. Here we go with the tee shot. Push. Remember, those arms stay nice and straight, and you only pull them to a finish at the back of the stroke. So I'm straight finish, straight finish. That's really important on these power strokes. After this stroke, another single. Well done. So keep your arms straight. Don't grab early at the front of the machine. Let the power flow through those straight arms from your feet. 2, 1, 2 putts coming up. Power. 1 more power. Power. Well done. Here comes our 3rd par 4 in a row. Hopefully you're playing nicely, it's not raining. It's a comfortable day out on the golf course. 2, 1. Here we go. Tee shot, single stroke. Well done. I'm hoping you're keeping along with what I'm saying here, that you know what's going on now. And the next one is our fairway single power stroke. After this one, here we go. Whoosh. Beautiful. Straight. Right onto the green. Letting you set yourself up for an easy 2 putter, but you still have to put in the power. 3, 2, 1. Here we go, 2 putts. Power. And another one. Power. And this is our last of the run of par 4s coming up next. It's 4 in a row on Sawgrass. Make sure to keep your stroke rate and pace nice and even for these steady parts. 2, 1. Here comes the tee shot. 1 power stroke. Well done. I feel like the count from Sesame Street. 1 power stroke. Ha ha ha. Got another one coming up in 3 strokes time. Nice and powerful. Push with the legs. After this one, good old power stroke. These power strokes shouldn't really be enough to make you feel tired or sore, but they should be enough that you know you're putting in some good old intensity. Alrighty, 2 strokes and then 2 putts. Here we go, 2 power strokes. 1, 2. Back to 20 strokes a minute. Steady pace. And next up, it's a par 3. So this is just 1, 1, 1 to get to par. 2, 1. Here we go with the tee shot. Push. Think about hooking your fingers over the handle rather than grabbing it in some kind of death grip. Let that power flow into the handle. 2, 1. Here's a 1 power stroke. And that hooking of the fingers can give you a tiny bit extra reach or length from the front of the machine. It really does help with your connection. 2 strokes, and let's put this one in the hole with a power stroke. Go. Ideally, you want to get as much length from your stroke as you can without harming the power going in. 3. Next up is a par 5. 2, 1. So here we go, the tee shot, single stroke. Whoosh. And by harming the power, I mean if you over lean into the front of the machine, hoping for more length, or over lean at the back, hoping for more length, you can actually rob yourself of actual power. 2, 1. Here we go with the fairway wood. Power. Got 3 putts coming up next to get our par on this par 5. We're a very steady player. We're not flashy. We're not getting birdies, but we're also not risking bogeys. 2, 1. 3 power strokes. 3, 2. Listen to that flywheel. Accelerate. Back to steady pace. Par 4 next. We're getting through the course. We're almost halfway. 2, 1. Here's the tee shot. 1 power stroke. And hopefully this is just passing the time for you in a slightly different focus. It's still a low intensity row, but these ones are about making them enjoyable as time goes by. 2, 1. Here we go. Power stroke. Well done. Oh, it landed in the bunker. You're going to have to get these 2 power strokes nice and solid to get the ball in the hole. In 3, 2, 1. 2 power strokes. 1, 2. Well done. Nice and close. Got it in the hole. We are on another par 5 next. So get ready for your tee shot in 2 strokes time. After this one. Here we go, 1 stroke. Oh, beautiful. Got a nice fade on it to turn the corner. You're sitting on the fairway with a 4-iron, trying to get it on the green next. 2 more strokes. 1 more. Give it a good whack. Here we go. Oh, a little bit short. You're going to have to take those 3 shots to try and get this one in the hole. In 3, 2, 1. 3 power strokes. Chip. Putt. 1 more. Putt. And it just circles around the corner. And then it goes. Good job. Par 4 next. So that's 1, 1, 2. Remember to keep these steady state sections nice and steady. Here we go, the tee shot. Power. Back down to 20 and steady intensity. You should be out of breath, heart rate up, hopefully a good sweat on. 2 strokes. Let's see if we can hit the green. Power stroke. Oh, nicely done. Rolled off the back onto the apron. So you are going to need both putts coming up to get the ball in the hole. 3, 2, 1. 2 power strokes. 1, 2. Well done. A nice, simple par 3 next. That's just 1, 1, 1. Make sure and put in that push with the legs, straight arms. After this stroke coming. Here we go. Tee shot. Nicely done. Keeping those arms straight and your forward tilt with a good posture. Shoulders over your hips really helps that push from your legs get into the handle. 2, 1, 1 power stroke. Close, but you're still going to need the 3rd shot on this par 3. But don't worry, you'll get it. You're close enough. 3, 2, 1. Let's take that power stroke. Less than 10 minutes to go as we hit the last 5 holes. The first of which is a 4, par 4. Oh, I'm certainly feeling out of breath. 2, 1, power stroke tee shot. And although I'm talking about leg drive and things, still finish these power strokes with a powerful arm pull into sternum height, shoulder blades squeezing together as though crushing a can between them. 1 more, and then 1 power stroke. And think about keeping your wrists as flat as you can as you bring your arms through your sides. If you have to do a light flare out of your elbows to do that, please do. Just not chicken wings, please. Okay, one more stroke. 2 power strokes. Almost in the hole. It's away. Well done. Another 4 coming up. I'm really worried I've missed count somewhere. And maybe I've missed a hole or a stroke. We'll find out. 2, 1. Let's do our tee shot. Power stroke. You really should hear your flywheel or water wheel or the magnet, wherever you're using, increase in pace as you push these power strokes. 2, 1. Fairway wood, here we go. Power stroke. Back down to a steady pace. And then it's another 2 putter to hit par on this hole in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2. Last par 5 of the course coming up. Always good to have a par 5 near the finish. So remember, solid tee shot to start. After this one, power stroke. Nice. Just rolled into the rough a little bit, so it's going to take you all 5 shots to get par on this one. 3, 2, 1. 1 power stroke out of the rough. Nice. Right in the middle of the fairway, close to the hole. Just a pitching wedge, but you're going to have to hit it hard. In 3, 2, 1. 3 power strokes, come on. Pitch and 2 putts. Putt. 1 more. Putt. There we go. Whew. Now's my favourite hole, which is the island hole. Loads of lost balls here. Let's try and hit the green with our tee shot coming up. Power stroke. Oh no, I overshot mine and it landed in the water. Let's hope my next tee shot gets me on the green. After this one, flies through the air, lands on the green. But this is going to give me a bogey. Oh no! I need to hole this next one to save face. I'm getting way too carried away with this. Okay, power stroke. Ah, there we go. Oh, it turns out I was distracted by a gopher who carried the ball into the water. So I don't lose that shot. Woohoo! Par 4 coming up. Here's the tee shot. Good job. Flying through the air. Lands beautifully. Remember, a nice fairway iron next. After this stroke, here we go, 1 power stroke. There we go, just 2 putts to win the match. Can we do it? In 3, 2, 1. 2 putts. 1. It's close. 2. Oh, it's right on the rim. It's just going to take the tiniest bit of movement for the ball to roll into the cup. You can see it moving, get in the hole, ball. It rolls in. You parred the course. So, hold your pace steady as you sign your scorecard. You polish your golf ball, put all of your clubs away, and then wander back to the clubhouse, elated that you got all the way around the course in a really steady, even par. 1 minute to go. Oh, you're having to do press interviews now. They're asking what happened at the 17th hole, and you murmur something about you've not seen the likes since that film with Bill Murray and Chevy Chase. I can't remember the name, don't worry. Caddyshack. One of my favourite films when I was a teenager. Okay, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Hopefully that was just a good bit of fun for you, and it passed the time nicely as we went through the row. It was not heavy on technique and motivation and stuff, it was just a bit of fun. So hopefully that was just a nice way to spend a half-hour row. And of course, if this is March 2022 and you've just rowed this, feel free to go to the c2ctc.com website and enter that 30-minute result for the CTC. I have a team RowAlong. In case you don't have a team, you can join me, please. But yeah, it may not be the furthest you could go in 30 minutes, but at least be a score on the board. Anyway, let's get into a 2-minute cool down. Try and find my 2-minute cool down, standalone, saved under bookmark these label on the RowAlong track on Ergzone, in case you're using Ergzone like I do. In fact, I'm going to do this cool down strapless. I don't do strapless rowing nearly enough nowadays. You ready then? Cool down. We're about 18 strokes a minute, a nice basically the same pace we were doing the warm-up at. In 3, 2, 1, go. So all you're really doing is just connecting your legs to your arms, feeling the force flow through your body so that you know your muscles are engaging. You have a chance to flush out any, what should we call them? Deposits, free radicals, acids, things that make your muscles sore. Gives a chance for your blood to circulate around your body, freshen your muscles, get that carbon dioxide out, hopefully stops your muscles from seizing too much. Hopefully not seizing at all, but say that was your first row in a long time. There's a small chance you're going to have some kind of muscle soreness just from using your muscles in this way for the first time in a long time. Especially with those power strokes. Your glutes might feel it. Your shoulders might feel it. I'm quite sensible with my training today, because today was leg day for weights and there was no way I wanted to do anything super powerful. So this low intensity workout with some power options fit the bill beautifully after squats and leg extensions, walking lunges, kettlebell swings, and something else. Leg press, did I say that? One more stroke after this and the cool down is done. Now, if you have time to stretch, hang around. If you don't, then please make sure to do some kind of stretching. I don't want you to seize up and get stiff or whatever, okay? But if you are going to stretch, don't do it in the shower. I don't want you to slip and fall. However, if you have just found yourself somewhere secluded, comfortable, whatever, or just next to the machine, then Stretchy John has just appeared and you can do some stretching along with him. He does enjoy stretching with you, so let's keep him company as he takes you through hamstrings, hip flexors, quads, glutes, forearms, biceps, triceps. Do we do shoulders? I think we do shoulders. And then upper back. I think that's it. I tend to forget one of them, but yeah. So most of them last around about 30 seconds each. It all depends how long I pad out my outro here, okay? So if I waffle on for way too long, then he'll be going in slow-mo. But if I suddenly go right by, then he'll be in like really fast mode the whole time, go blah, 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 and you're not gonna get a decent stretch out of that. So that's why I spend this time to say goodbye. So there we go. Like I was saying during that row and at the end and all over the place, that was really just a bit of fun. It was just a way to look at those low intensity, low heart rate rows that are really valuable when it comes to building up your fitness. I mean, your core, the base fitness, your foundation fitness is the best way to say it. It's like a house, okay? You can't build the roof and the walls and all that kind of stuff if you don't have a strong foundation. And a row like this gives you that strong foundation, okay? It gives your blood system, everything, your cardio system, everything a really good workout so that it gets stronger and bigger and it's able to hold things together when you do eventually go fast, okay? So this is, I mean, obviously fast rows are vital in order to be able to go fast. That's no one's saying it's not, but you can't hold your fast pace if you don't have this foundation fitness, okay? So you could sit down on a machine and you could absolutely blast out 10 seconds at like 125 pace. Eyes bulging, muscles rippling, there's children screaming, dogs are laughing, cats are, well, aloof, they're never going to change. But the thing is that if you don't have that base foundation fitness, after that 10 seconds, it's all just going to completely fall away. I'm not saying you'll be able to hold that 125 pace for much longer than like say even a minute or something. But the point here is that if you're looking to train for like a 500, a 1K, a 2K, 5, 10K, 30 minutes, whatever, and you want to do it at performance intensity, you have to have this foundation in place in order to be able to hold that performance intensity. So For me, I can do like 100 meters at round about 1:29 pace, I think. I can't remember what, basically 17.6 seconds, whatever that comes in as. But my 2K pace is like 10 seconds slower than that. So it's like 1:39, 1:40 pace. So that's what I'm aiming to try and hold for. If I can hold that intensity for like 6 minutes 40, then I'm happy. So this is kind of where it all gets a little bit different. 100 meters, you just want to put everything into it over like 17 seconds. And that's what your base fitness is trying to keep that going for. A 2K is all about trying to hold it for as fast as you can for that time period. A 30-minute time trial, you have to slow down a little bit more because you want to be able to hold and basically empty your fitness tank in that 30 minutes, so you put absolutely everything into it. So this is all about pacing yourself as well. But you can't do any of that if you don't have the core fitness in the first place to then build all these other things on. So that's why, really long way of explaining. That's basically why a row like this is so important. The power strokes were there just for a little bit of fun to try and make it interesting, but the main reason behind this one is all the other minutes worth of just rowing at 20 strokes per minute in 2K plus 18 pace, so that you can build your cardio and build your blood system to be able to do all the other things. So there we go. That was a long intro. So anyway, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a nice little, so we've now done what we've done. We've done row like squash, row like swimming, row like golf. I have to think about what one to do next. Somebody, I can't remember who it was. No, Craig, was it? I think it was Craig. No, or Ian. Anyway, someone got in touch and was suggesting darts. And to do it is like 180, 180, 141. But the problem is I can't do distance. I mean, my original plan for this was actually to row the actual distance of each hole on Sawgrass, and that would be fun, apart from the fact that as a row along we'd kind of be out of sync. So if I was going to row the first par 4 at 450 odd yards, say I could do that in say I did it in 2 minutes, right? It may take you 1 minute 50 to row that, or someone else 2 minutes 20 to row that. So we'd be completely out in terms of the video for this row along, so can't really do it that way. Which again, I can't really do it that way. Darts for meters, I could do it like 180 seconds, 180 seconds, 141 seconds, and that would make the 501, and then we could do like 3 rounds of that, maybe. But then yeah. So anyway, so there's things to do. I'll think about what, I'm got sweat running down my face. I'll think about what sport to do next. But that said, let me know whether you're enjoying these. If you're like, you know what, mate, just get back to your normal sessions. These gimmicky ones are just a waste of time. Let me know, because I'm just trying to make these as a little bit of variety and in between all the training plans and things that people do. It's lets you have a nice row without any kind of performance. There's no performance push in here. If you do a 2K plan, your aim is to get faster at a 2K row, okay? Everything's aimed to that final moment of doing a 2K and going as fast as you can. But every now and then, you want to just forget about the performance side of things, and you just want to row and work on things. And that's what these standalone sessions are for. These are here just to let you work on your base fitness, to let you work on your performance endurance, or your top end, which is like the squash one and that stuff. So that's what's going on with all these sessions for the time being. And to be honest, it's helping me build back up before then going back into doing one of the training plans. So there we go. I kind of figure he's going to be done pretty much soon, so I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you so much for doing Row Like Golf with me. Like I said, please let me know whether you enjoyed it. If you can't find the other two, the Row Like, or if you've done, or just really if you want to look at what other ones there are in it, because I will make more, then there will be a playlist which will be in the description, the Row Like. So if you just look at the playlist on my channel or in the description on this, there's a link to the playlist that will then let you see all of the ones in this series. And do check back, because obviously I'm making like kind of right about one a week, so I'll add more. There we go. Right, I said bye about 2 minutes ago, didn't I? So thank you so much for watching Row Like Golf. Please get in touch and say hello. Obviously use the hashtag Row Like Golf if you got to the end of this and you want to leave a hashtag to say that you got to the end of this. In the meantime, please look after yourselves, and I will see you in another video. So stay safe, be well. Bye bye.